All right. Nothing real fancy today, you guys. I think it's important that let me shut my door real quick. I'm probably gonna have children running around. My signature quote is like failing to plan is planning to fail. And so I feel like meal planning, nutrition, life, business, all the things, it helps to kind of have a plan and an agenda. Um, so that's what I do. And I will say I have more planners than I know what to do with. But this one, I got this as a gift from my coach Deidre. It's the 2021 home planner, and the lady is the passionate penny pincher. I don't know if you guys have heard of her or follow her. I never had. And I got this planner, and there was a little card that came with it. And um long story short, I joined the Facebook group. It has changed my life. This planner is like the one planner that I feel a deep personal connection with. And I'm like, I finally found my jam. So this thing, what I love about this thing is that first, I suck as like a housewife and a cleaning lady, and I am terrible at trying to do anything that requires organization. But this has this thing in here that literally I love to check off boxes. So there's literally a box I can check for exercise every day. And I'm like, yes, I did it. But also there's wipe down kitchen sink, prep meals for the next day, clean bathroom sinks. And then on here it tells you what things you should be doing each day. Like Monday, dust furniture, dust light fixtures and fans, clean mirrors, vacuum house, and then read Matthew 16. And I'm like, cool, I love to read my Bible and I love to check off boxes. And I need someone to tell me what I should be cleaning, because otherwise I'm like, I don't know, whatever. My house is a mess. So anyway, this planner I love. I think they've been sold out for this year. I don't know how much it costs. I don't know if there's a wait list or what, but I know that if you're like a planner person and you need something this is a good one. So anyway, I typically just sit down with my planner on Sundays and go, okay, what's on my schedule this week? Do I have any appointments? What do I need to do? And then I just write out what I'm going to do each day. I get out my business activity tracker and I go through that. This is that new one that I had posted in the team page, this kind of updated Coach Life business tracker. And I kind of just go through and go, okay, how was my week? Did I talk to people? Did I follow up with people? I like to do follow-ups on Sundays as well and spend about 15 to 20 minutes just checking in with people who I've talked to this week that maybe were interested or had clicked on a poll. And I go through my list of people that I've from the past week. And I just go back and I go, I have this list of 50. I think this is in the team page as well. If not, you can find a list on your activity tracker, or if you go in the files section of the team page, there's all kinds of lists of whatever, or you can use a notebook. But I go back through and I'm like, all right, who was interested? Who do I need to follow up with? Who do I need to check in with? Who have I sent links out to that either haven't completed them, or anything like that. And that's a part of what my Sundays consist of. So for the purpose of right now, we're going to take the first maybe 5 to 10 minutes. If you haven't scheduled your posts in your challenge groups yet, that would be a good time to do that now. I like to just schedule my posts for the whole week. In our team Google Drive, I will, let me pull that up real quick and I'll just drop it in the chat. There is the link to the Mompreneur stuff. If you haven't purchased it, you certainly can. I think it's like $18 a month. But if not, I just share it into the team drive. Probably shouldn't say that out loud on a recorded call because I'll probably get in trouble. but that is all kinds of resources are in that Google Drive too. So here is the link to our team drive. I'm dropping it in the chat. If you're listening to the recording, let me know and I can send it to you directly. So in there is the January 2021 daily posts, daily graphics, and then there's the updated graphics. So I like to just go into my challenge groups and schedule that. So I'm going to do that real quick. And then I'm going to dive into social media planning, social media content and stuff. But I kind of use my schedule as well. Like, do I have, like last week, I had a dentist appointment. So like that was something that I posted about, like, you know, going to the dentist and anxiety I have about going to the dentist. And then just, you know, is there anything that can like stimulate a post idea? So, and then we also in the team page have that January posting ideas, which is wonderful. Why can't I find this in my files? So that is something that I like to use as well. Go in and do January posting ideas. There it is, 2021 challenge groups. All right. I can't believe this is the last week of January. So another thing that I had put on the little list of things to do that I had posted in the team page just now is progress pictures. And I love a Transformation Tuesday, but I'm a really big fan of doing a Sunday progress pic and then posting like a call to action with that, you know, like 2 weeks in, loving this program, this is what progress looks like. And then even like checking in with challengers. So like I love a Sunday check-in or even a Saturday, like a Saturday kind of check-in with our challenge groups, because then, you know, not only will people say, this is what I've accomplished this last week, but those are great things that you can share in your stories, within your post, you know, like Sally's down. Sorry, someone's at my house. Okay, so checking in with challengers and like just kind of, you know, poll your audience. How was this last week? What have you accomplished? Like, what are some victories? And then I typically will like screenshot that and, you know, wipe out their name and share that in my stories. Or maybe I'll use, you know, like so-and-so said like she's down 4 pounds in the last 2 weeks, and that's an accomplishment. So little things like that to share within my, you know, progress pic. And I don't know that I did that last week. But then, you know, we're sharing like real life results. You know, we're talking about real people, and it's not just a like me over here working out by myself. And this is something that like, maybe I'll put a thread in the team page real quick too, that we can all kind of share together. So that way people know like, oh, look, there are other people getting results too. It's not just Ashley like over here bragging about what she did this week. So that is another great idea that you can use, and even transform that. That's not what I was trying to say. Transfer that into a post, sharing some progress pics or some victories. And that can even be like, you know, one of your workout sweaty selfies this week, like share some challenger victories. So do you guys have this social media planning calendar or planning thing? It's in our team page. If not, you know, like you can certainly write that in your planner or whatever, but maybe on like, I typically try to write down things that I'm going to post about for the week. So like Monday, I always like to post some kind of motivation, you know, fresh start, jumping in, like back to the grind. Love that I didn't have to go outside in the cold and drive to the gym today. Love that I can go down to my basement. And then another thing that I kind of had talked about I don't know, on a power hour or team call recently, we had talked about like how we need to share more about the nutrition side of things. And like I did kind of in my own inventory of my posts. And I'm like, man, I sure talk about fitness all the time, but I never talk enough about nutrition. And I did a post this week that was kind of calling out people who do these fad diets and you know, like I just can't deal with scrolling my Facebook feed and seeing all these things about, you know, keto and this and jump starts and, you know, restarting and having to, you know, keep going back to the same diet over and over. Hi, Kristen. And so that is something that like I went through that post and I'm like, man, all these people are like commenting, lots of engagement and on my Instagram too. And like that is more stuff that I need to be sharing, like the real raw, like this is real life. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle. This is what I'm eating. And then same thing with nutrition. Like sharing my track your shit stuff in my stories has garnered a ton of traction and people asking, what is that? What's that recipe? You know, like how do you track your macros? And I'm like, oh girl, I don't use a calculator. I use a fork. Like I am not trying to count anything. Like that is my jam. Like just look, this is my food. I don't have to like weigh things and measure things. Like I use portion containers and stuff to do my portions, but I'm not doing math. I do enough math with my kids remote learning and stuff like that. I don't need to be doing math to count my food. So little things like that. So I'll sit down with this thing and just kind of write out like, all right, what do I want to talk about this week? So we can kind of dial that back to the like 5 things that kind of make us who we are, you know, like mine is like faith, fitness, food, family, and like F words, sarcasm, you know, mom stuff that I, you know, so I kind of just bring that into what I'm going to post about. You know, I know that I'm probably going to post some kind of a meme at some point. And I know that I'm going to post about nutrition and I know I'm going to probably post workouts most mornings. And it doesn't always have to be a post. Just talk in your stories, you know, or go in your stories and talk about the progress that you've been making. Hi, Amanda. Go in and talk about your challenge group, or you know, go in and do like a screen recording of logging into your bod groups and posting your workout, and like look how easy this is, or go in and log your food and post that in your you know, or maybe post a picture of your food and talk about, you know, I'm so glad that I don't have to be on a diet. You know, I'm glad I just get to eat real food. Um, so just a couple things as far as like posting ideas. Does anybody have anything that like is on your heart that like you're going to share this week, or anything that's been like giving you good traction, or um, anything that just, you know, speaks to you? So I had talked about this the other day and haven't done it yet. So I think I'm going to do like the hearts post, where you do like how, you know, how's your January so far? And like a red heart equals like totally fell off the wagon. An orange heart equals like rocking my New Year's goals. Yellow heart equals like I I don't have a plan, you know, I just like random things. Or you can even put in there like, what are your goals for 2021? Like taking a survey, what are your goals for 2021? Red heart equals lose 5 pounds. Yellow heart equals, you know, lose 10 to 15. Green heart equals, you know, lose 25 plus. You know, blue equals better my nutrition. And then you have another group of people, another audience that you can like write down on your list for the week and go, all right, these are the people that I'm going to just reach out to and say, hey, February group starting February 1st. Like, I don't know if you need the extra support and accountability, but if you do, would love to have you. Can I send you some details? And just keeping it very, very simple. I'll actually type that into the chat so that way you can copy that and like create a message. All right, so there's a little like invite message, and you can make that your own. You can copy that. But that's pretty much what my invites are going to look like this week. All of my conversations are going to be about getting people into my February group. And we know that for the purpose of, hi, do you need something? What's up? Hold on, sorry guys. He's muted, but he wanted to say hello. My fourth child. Okay, sorry. Was I talking about something of importance? I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna, does anybody have any questions or anything that you wanna share as far as like planning out your week ahead? Anything that works for you, anything that doesn't? I will drop a follow-up in the chat too. I feel like Sundays are a good day for people to like, I mean, we all do it, like lounge, social media, like scroll, binge Netflix, like, and typically like a Sunday for me is like, okay, I need to drop like an eye-catching post for something, for someone to like see and go, okay, like what is she talking about? What am I interested in? Do I need a jumpstart kind of group? Do I need a community? Like that's for me to like share, like, look, this is simple stuff. This is what we're doing. Do you need the support? You know, and then drop an application for them to fill out. I'm also going to share, you know what, let me just share this real quick. Did I? Make a copy. Editors. I always go to the wrong spot on Google Forms. Like I'm like, is it preferences? No, it's add collaborators. Anyone can edit. Okay. So this is a copy of my Google form that I'm using for my February boot camp right now. So you can actually edit this, but before you do, please go make a copy. So that way we all have our own. So feel free to like use this if you want. I love this image that's at the top. And I found that I did that for a February group like 3 or 4 years ago. But just a little blurb in there about like, this is my boot camp. This is what it's like. Here's a couple questions for you to answer. And that just kind of starts the conversation. So feel free to like copy that, make it your own if you want to use it. If you're doing a specific theme for your February boot camp, by all means, like include that in there, self-love boot camp, or like find your fit February, or whatever you're using. And maybe change the title. Mine is extremely generic. Boot camp interest form. I probably should like put something kind of exciting in there. But that's just kind of what I've been using. And then I also, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Linktree, but in Instagram, you only get one link. Like if you have in your account, you only get to put like one link at the top. So I use Linktree. So real quick screen share. I'm a big fan of Linktree. So what Linktree is a chance for you to drop a whole bunch of links in one spot. So that way, oh my goodness, why is it not? Come on, so slow. Come on, sister, let's go. I don't know why it's taking so long. Anyway, if you go to my Instagram bio, there's my Linktree link. And then in there, I have my February self-love boot camp. Oh, good Lord. Like, why is this not working? Come on. There we go. Okay. Just needed a refresh. Do y'all hear that banging around in the background? That's my dog trying to like push open my office door so he can come in here and lay on the carpet. Such a baby. So in here, I have just that link to that Google form for my February boot camp. Join me in 2021. That's my website. Like it's basically the same kind of application. You can add in all kinds of different links and then it will pop up. Like that's how it looks on your phone. So I'll typically I'll either do a screenshot and say like, go here, click here, or we'll kind of direct people to that, or just in my post, like link in my bio. So that way they can come over here and click, this link and it will take them to this bootcamp form. So if you don't have Linktree, you can create it for free account. And then you can drop little things like that in there. So that's a fun little addition to your own personal Instagram page. And if you haven't yet in your Instagram, I would really encourage you to put like a couple things about you in your bio. Just kind of a quick call to action, like, this is me, this is how you can join me. And just who you're speaking to, because it's your business, you get to choose your audience, you get to choose who you want to work with. And that just kind of gives people a brief description on who you are. So yeah. All right. So Monday motivation. If you're not doing a transformation post or a progress pic today, I would suggest doing one on Tuesday for like a transformation Tuesday. I've been having some good feedback with workout posts, just sharing kind of a little quip or like a quote, and then occasionally that call to action. And I try to plan out those call to actions in my stories as well. So like, I know people are going to be on social media tonight. So I definitely want to be posting that call to action, February boot camp. Like that is a must. And then same thing, like I try to do that several times a week. or in my post, I'll do like a subtle call to action, like always here if you need to chat, or I'm just an inbox message away if you need some support. Or, you know, check out the comments if you'd like to join, or, you know, 3 spots open for my February boot camp. Um, and I don't know if anyone is into giveaways. If you are, great. If you're not, great. But I'm going to do, for my first 3 people that enroll for my February boot camp, I'm going to send them a copy of this. So I don't know if all of you guys have this. A few people on the team have been reading this and going through it. This Heart Talk book, it's like, you can read it all at once, or you can use it as like a daily devotional kind of thing. It's really, really amazing. Cleo Wade is an author, poet, and she's wonderful. And all of this is really good stuff. And I think she wrote does anybody have her other book? It's like something about changing the world. I remember seeing it pop up on my Amazon, but it's like, I think it's like a kid-friendly book. But that's something that I've been meaning to order and just haven't got to it yet. But this is a good little, like, feel good, like, love yourself, love the skin you're in, like, self-talk, positivity kind of book. And she has some really, really great poems and stuff in here too. So this is going to be for my first 3 people. And these are like new people, like people that are signing up with like a challenge pack. Like, you sign up with a challenge pack, I'm going to send you a copy of this book. I think it's $12 on Amazon. So, so my intention is to also put that in a post this week, like talk about that book or pull something from that book. Maybe I'll do something in my stories about that book, like, oh my gosh, I've been reading this and, you know, I love the positivity that comes from it. Have you heard of this author? Like, this is who she is. You know, maybe you link her in your bio, or not in your bio, like in your stories, you know, like this is, so anyway, just a thought too, like as far as like a giveaway, if that's something that interests you or speaks to you, like you could certainly do something like that. I've done Brene Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection before. That's a really good self-love kind of book. And if that's something that you are interested in, that book specifically, I have a read along guide that goes with that book, like a PDF that like accompanies that book. So let me know and I can certainly send that to you. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of get to planning. If y'all want to stay on, you certainly can. If you have any questions, in the team page, again, there is that like January posting ideas. And oh, I was going to drop a follow-up in the comments. Let me do that real quick. Just a couple of different ways you can end that too. And I'm actually I'll just put these in the team page too, so that way you can reference them. Kristen, I'm going to call you out real quick. So we were kind of chatting earlier this week about like doing like some hacks, like things that like make our life easier, like for both fitness and nutrition and coaching. So that's another thing, like we're going to do that kind of separately within our team too, and challenge groups. But just an idea, like little things that we don't typically think of, like that make our routine smoother, that make our life easier. Those are also excellent things to share with your social media audience. And then always asking too, like, what makes your life easier? Or, you know, like for me, I know that when I put my workout clothes out the night before in the morning, like that's one less thing I have to think about. And that's, I mean, it seems so insignificant and like, why, you know, that doesn't matter. It's a routine. I do it all the time. But for someone else, they may go, oh my gosh, duh. Like, why am I not putting out my workout clothes the night before? So that way I don't have to turn the lights on in the morning and blind my husband who's still in bed and, you know, all the things like just little things like that. Were you going to say something, Kristen?
No, I moved away from all the noise. Yeah, to just try to get them, it's moving away from like a checklist that they're trying to do to it's part of my lifestyle. So the more hacks, the more you can make this change in their life easy, no brainer, just kind of like, and then it's easier for them to successful. You know, it's kind of setting them up for success, and they're like, oh wow, I don't have an excuse. And to me, that's kind of what we fight all the time.
Oh, you were frozen.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Were you saying something else?
Just about fighting those excuses, right? That a lot of those, no, I keep breathing, sorry.
Sorry, hold on.
I moved downstairs and lost my internet.
I think those little things are so fun to share too. And like, remember when somebody shared about like putting your chicken in like a mixer and using like your KitchenAid mixer to like shred your chicken? Like how people were like, what? Like that is crazy. Like, and it, yeah, like who doesn't do that now? But just little things like that, I think are good to share. Thursday is a great time to do like a thirsty Thursday and like talk about hydration and like things that make it easier for me to drink water, you know, like, or different, you know, water recipes that you can use. And even to post in your challenge group and say like, all right, what are you doing to meet your water goal today? We were talking the other day in our group about remembering how many, like in 9-week control freak, like how many rounds have I been doing? Like, how do I keep track of that? And I was like, well, put ponytails on your wrist and then move them over to your other one for each round that you do. And like, I was like, that's a great idea. Like, why haven't, you know, like just little simple things that like, you know, and so same with like water, because I know people do that with water. Like you put rubber bands around your water and then, or like every time you refill your water jug, like put a rubber band around it. And then, you know, like how many, you know, this is my third 25-ounce water bottle I'm drinking today or whatever. So yeah, just to share. And because Team Cup is coming up, I know a lot of questions sometimes are like, I hit Success Club this month. Should I wait to sign people up until next month since next month is Team Cup? Or like, maybe I'll wait until February to start inviting, you know, or, but now is like if you have somebody who's interested, sign them up now. Like, don't wait until February. Don't, you know, make them wait until, because life happens and things get in the way. And if I had $1 for every person who was like, actually, you know what? Not today. I'll, you know, let me know next week. And then next week I'm like, hi. And they're like, my dog had to have surgery. Like, I can't sign up now. Or like, you know, I had something come up. I had to get it, something fixed on my car. So now I don't have so sign them up now, talk to them now, get them enrolled now, get them started now. And there's always going to be somebody else that needs the support and the guidance. So the more the merrier. So several call to actions, I think, are key this week. Tuesdays, I mean, hell, you could probably do one every day. You could probably do something in your stories every day. Even like a click here, yes, I'm interested, or send me details. I never give them the option to say no in my stories. It's either like, yes, 100%, or I've been thinking, or maybe, or send me details or whatever.
How do you get responses from those? Like, what does that look like on your side of the poll? I've never done a poll.
So yeah, you just go in. Let me see. I don't think I have my ones from yesterday expired. And you can always go back, like on your Instagram, these three little bars up here will take you to your archive. And then you just go in and let me see.
So you post your stories on Instagram, and if they're linked, it shows up on Facebook as well. Is that right?
Yeah. So mine actually go to my business page. So like in my archive, like I did this poll. Whoops.
Yeah. That's good.
So I usually just copy them over. But at the bottom, like if you go to your people that viewed it, it'll show you like your results.
Oh, okay.
And then that's where I just message people through those polls. And
You
then
also
you can go back. I mean, gosh, sometimes I'll go back to polls, from a week ago, and like I'll do follow-ups through there. And like when I did this series of stories, like I had a ton of people that responded. So like that's something that, oh gosh, how long do your polls stay up there? Because my archives don't show who responded anymore for those. That was on Tuesday. Do you guys know? Did they change that? Like, because it used to show up, and now it doesn't show up anymore, like down at the bottom. That's a bummer. Maybe it's like 48 hours.
Yikes.
Well, thanks. So I used to go back and scroll. Like, clearly that's changed.
Yeah. Is that only on Instagram though, or could you see it in Facebook as well?
Let's look on Facebook and see. Okay, so if you go into all right, so on Facebook here, those three little dots, that will take you to your archives. And then at the top, you'll have to click on Story Archive. Mine's just not loading. It should. It's probably because I'm out of storage and I need to that's the story of my life. Like, storage full.
Hey, while you're looking at that, I also saw out in the Google Docs.
Still there on Facebook.
Oh, it is. You got that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they responded then, was Facebook versus.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. What were you going to say on the Google?
I apologize if you guys hit this before I came there. I was looking at the February content, the team folder, and there was one. Well, I don't know if this is in. It was called 5-Day February Free Challenge Group.
Oh, in the Google Drive. Let me look.
I don't know where I got this. Actually, it's not in. Raise the Bar. It's just in. I don't know where I got it. It was shared with me.
Oh.
You did put February content out there or not yet?
Oh, I must not have. Let me go into.
It's grayed out
with me.
It just says coaching bundle, I think, but it's grayed out. If that's it, I don't know.
Let's see, February. Okay, let me add this into the February mompreneur stuff. Let me put that in there. Team raise the bar. Okay, there's the folder for the February mompreneur stuff in there. I don't see a free thing in that February.
Okay, I'll have to share that with the group.
It must be in
I
that.
don't know where I got it.
Yeah, if you can share that into the drive, or if you want to share the link with me, I can share it into the drive too.
Yeah. Share the link. How do I do that? I don't know if you want to copy it or I don't know.
Oh yeah, is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, let me see if I can make a copy into the. Oh yeah, to do like a free group of.
Beachbody stuff.
Yeah, so that's even something. If you have a free group open, like this might be something that I run in my free group like this week to get people interested to join for February. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Thanks for sharing that. How do I add it to the drive? Let me see. Let me go back to shared with me. I wonder if it's in there. Yep. Okay, let me see. Add shortcut to drive. Add shortcut. Yay, we did it. Look at us doing things. Yeah, that's okay. So I don't typically run free groups that often just because I feel like it takes some time away from me trying to do groups that for my paying customers. But I will say, like, that free virtual community I have, I've had bunches of people come out of that and sign up. So I don't know that I would ever discourage doing a free group, but I will say, like, at the end of the month, it is a little bit challenging. I do want people to sign up like as customers. So at the end of the month, I don't know that I like, it's kind of something I like to do at the beginning of the month and then like funnel them in, as we go. But that doesn't mean that like you can't do a 5-day free group this week and have somebody sign up this weekend. So so I may actually do that in my current community. And I may actually do a poll and say, like, can I try it out first? And give people the option to like kind of try before you buy. And then with the goal of, moving them over into February. So yeah, I love that. Thanks. And then they have, oh, the Canva link doesn't exist. It says, So this looks like it is from Mompreneur. I guess you could probably make your own images. And then all the links are to the Vimeo workouts.
Looking around and found it.
I think Mompreneur has that in their Google Drive too. There's like a free group guide in there somewhere.
These images aren't like selecting.
Yeah. So that may be something that you'll just have to create on your Canva graphic link. Yeah, neither of the Canva links work. That's a bummer. But I do love these posts and stuff.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a format anyhow.
Yeah, and you can copy the text and stuff out of there. Like select it, and I think I have a recommended reading thing too. Let me look. Recommended reading. Yeah, I do. Let me put that in the team page. There is a file, a PDF. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna hop off and finish up my stuff. I hope that gave you some ideas and was helpful and stuff, kind of to where to go for the week. I will post my like social media posting stuff in the team page once I kind of get the rest of that together. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to ask. Reach out, and yeah. Let's have a good week. Let's finish out this month strong. We are working on some scheduled power hours for this week too. A couple of us are going to put together some times to host some power hours. So as soon as we get that all set in stone, I'll create kind of an event calendar for the week to kind of give you a heads up. But I think we're going to plan on Dream Team call tomorrow. We're going to do an 8 p.m. power hour on Tuesday. And I think Sarah and Kelly are going to host one again on Thursday night. And then our Saturday call will be a like little bit of planning stuff for February, and then like kind of a work sesh after that to kind of work through some follow-ups and invites and conversations. But this week for me is like all the invites for people for February group. So that's really what my main focus is just getting people plugged in, connected, and hopefully signed up. And then we'll probably do an end of month power hour like next Sunday, probably around the same time. Planning sesh / like power hour.
What time
So,
is the dream team called tomorrow?
I haven't even looked yet. I think it's at 8.
Okay.
Is it
Because
usually?
I know they used to be at night, and then they kind of moved them back to mornings, and then I think they're back at night now.
Yeah, I think she's keeping them
Okay.
at night now.
I think it's like 9 for her and 8 for you guys and 6 for me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monday the 25th. Okay, it's 7 Central Time. So it's an Emerald push call. So that's with Megan Blinka. So that'll be at 7 tomorrow night. And I think Amanda was gonna do a power hour tomorrow night. So I think it'll be Dream Team at 7 and then power hour at 8. So if you can't make one, get on the other, or if you can make both, great. And if not, they'll be recorded. So yeah. All right, gals. Happy Sunday. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.